Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
How to Ace the Hackathon is an inspirational and informative series that aims to empower participants, mentors, and all those who wish to participate in Smart India Hackathon and ace it. In today's edition, we are going to meet another winner of SIH 2022. So let's move on and get some important bit of advice from Satish. Welcome to the show, Satish. We are glad to have you here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, so to begin with, please tell us something about yourself. What do you do, and at the moment, where are you engaged?
Yeah, I'm Satish. I'm from Bengaluru. Recently, I'm graduated from Vishweshwara Technological University. Currently, awaiting for my onboarding at a company called 60 Technologies.
Oh, that's good news. Great to hear that. So, Satish, now tell us about your connection with the SIH, Smart India Hackathon, and how did you get to know about it, and how did you prepare for all that?
Smart India Hackathon, every time college people encourages young minds in order to take part in Smart India Hackathon. It's a flagship hackathon across India, which would not only give you a very good fame, but also, encourages you to discover and solve new problems, which would help to solve directly or indirectly in a good way. So basically, the college is the X factor which promotes Smart India Hackathon. Like many teams take part the idea submission phase, but only few get selected in the college level. Then they allow us to submit to the main SIH team.
Right. So, in this SIH that you participated in, what was your problem statement, and how did you build the team around that problem statement to handle that problem statement?
Yeah. Our problem statement was, to provide a digital payment solution to prevent overcharging at UIDI centers. So how did we start the problem statement was, first of all, we didn't know how the flow works in and around UIDI centers. First of all, me and my team went to UIDI centers, noted the flow, how actually the flow works from noting down what is the price points for different services till what is the mode of payment that the customer pay, what is the order in which the customers have been served. All these parameters we have been noted in and across the Bangalore UIDI centers.
So you basically started with researching the subject. That's a good approach. So how about the team members? Like who all were there, and what was kind of a criteria, or how did you choose them, and where did you use them, and how did you place them across whatever requirement was?
Yeah, coming to the team members, I had three go-to team members, with whom I took part in several other hackathons. You might have even heard about Toycothon as well.
Yeah.
So I took part in that as well. So I had a good synergy with three of them, and the rest three, like the potential. Whoever can work, build a technical solution, who have a basic knowledge and understanding of building a solution using tech, and even they have a research mindset, and who can actually speak well and present the stuff. So based on that, we have took them.
So any challenges that you faced at this stage when you were at work, involved in research and team building, team people coming from different directions of different kinds, and they can be, clash of thoughts, ideas. So were there any challenges, to start with?
Absolutely. Whenever you frame a team, like six different people bring in six different thoughts and ideas, and there will be a tough time for you to decide. To go with which flow. Deciding the flow is very much difficult, but whenever whenever you welcome their ideas as well, and then you actually sit down and evaluate different matrices, which becomes the feasible solution. You get one brilliant solution which can actually be implemented. So clash of thoughts is always there in a team, but it's very much important that as a team lead, how you handle it.
Yeah, great. So I guess you were able to handle all those, pressures. Now tell us about your preparation for the hackathon itself. And how did you manage those 36 hours in which you were supposed to deliver a concept?
Yeah, to be honest, our team was rock solid when it comes to the research at ground level. So since we had done a very good rock solid, research at the ground level, I mean, I would not say easy, but still, to an extent, it was a very good time in building the solution. Especially like when it comes to building technical solutions, we were pre-final years. We wouldn't add the exposure to build like a production level application. So we had to take the help of a mentor who used to assist us, Mr. Abhishek, in and throughout, like what technological stack you can use, how you can. Whenever you're building a solution, that solution should cover mass category of the audience. When I mean what is the mass category of audience, suppose. Mass category of audience is first is the person one who cannot read. Who read and write. The second is a person who cannot see. The third is a person who doesn't has the availability of basic smartphone. So these are all the few, conditions we had kept in note, and we built the solution accordingly with the help of a mentor, Mr. Abhishek.
So you basically took care of the entire spectrum. So now you mentioned the help of mentor. So tell us something more about that. What is the role that a mentor can play and played in your case?
Yeah, in my case, like the research part we had done, the flow we had decided, we need some experienced person who can tell us like how to go about it in a technical way. So our mentor helped us cover different aspects of the solution. Suppose as I told you, the bunch of KPIs. The person who cannot read and write, or a person who cannot see, or a person who doesn't have phone. So how to implement these kind of solutions using tech. These inputs were especially provided by a mentor, which was very much valuable.
Okay, so now coming on to the actual hackathon. With what preparation did you go to the actual hackathon, and tell us about those 36 hours. How did you handle those?
Yeah, 36 hours, we had a basic understanding of the problem statement, and we had built a basic solution out of it. Actually, when we went to Hyderabad and we started building the solution, we got to know that we had to change very much lot of aspects. As you know, there'll be mentors and there'll be guides who will be coming and assessing your ideas or whatever the problem statement you're building. The inputs they were giving were totally different from whatever we thought initially. So those were very much valuable, and we were also tailoring a solution according to the thoughts that been provided by our mentors and the jury panel. So that was very much helpful, I can say.
So the role that evaluators and the jury panels who come and keep assessing your project while you are at it, that is very crucial one. So you also said that you have to make a few changes. Can you elaborate on that a bit more so that we can understand how this actually works?
Yeah, when I meant a few changes, first of all was to implement Aadhaar enabled payment service. Aadhaar enabled payment service was one of the key important thing that has to be implemented. For that, we thought of integrating with a web app itself, which was very much time consuming. What we got the feedback was to build a separate app kind of thing to simulate how actually the AAPS works. You might ask me, why is AAPS important? In that problem statement, we had got one challenge to promote the number of online transactions. In order to promote the number of online transactions, we would require AAPS. And in order to check our understanding of AAPS, we had to build a mimic of AAPS using an application which would show how actually the APS can help the customers in order to prevent overcharging. So that thought was then given by the mentors, which was very much invaluable. And we took that insight and we had been implemented it. So even the mentors were very much happy that we implemented such things in a very short spell of time.
So actually, there was a value added to your stuff with the help of these evaluators. Great, great to know that. So Satish, now tell me about the final presentation. How did you prepare for that, and how important and crucial it was? Because that is the last thing that you are going to do in the hackathon.
Yeah, sir. When it comes to final presentation, sir, like I'll tell you, I'll break down into simple steps. When it comes to finals, initially we had entered into the hackathon with a different mindset or different idea regarding the problem statement. Later, the mentors and the jury panel, we had 3 rounds. In 3 different rounds, we used to get 3 different inputs. As I said, one was that APS thing. The other was to implement the IVRS call system. Suppose a person who cannot read and write can listen to the song, I mean, can listen to the sound in the local language and can pay accordingly. This was also one of the I mean key parameter or key feature that was being insisted by them for us. So even we had implemented that. At the final stage, that is the final presentation stage, is very much, I mean, final presentation stage is very much crucial because we took few people, I mean, in our team who can clearly present what was the initial solution, what was the inputs that we have been implemented to our solution, how the input that's been implemented will, I mean, change the value addition of the current solution. So, I mean, whenever I portray all these different things and how actually our solution is very much efficient as a business plan. So, whenever
Mhm.
you are building a solution, it is very much important to understand that it should serve as a business plan. Suppose when I say overcharging at UIDA center, the problem of overcharging is not just limited to IDA center. It is also, I mean, it is also applicable to other PROs, the public resource officers. Suppose when you consider Bangalore once, wherein a mass of people go pay different kinds of bills. So that solution can also be implemented here. So keeping in mind of all these things, we had presented a well detailed presentation, like initial phase, whatever the inputs that they have given, then the addition of that, then what is the value that we got from that. So all these things led us to win comprehensively.
Indeed, it was pretty comprehensive and pretty thorough the way you devised your final presentation, and no wonder you actually went on to win the competition. Great, Satish. Thank you so much for talking to us. But before we leave, can you leave us with your advice or maybe 4 5 pointers for the viewers to take care of while participating in this hackathon?
So when it comes to reviewers, suppose reviewers initially, I think in the first rounds and all, they won't. I mean, I'll not say they won't give much inputs, but they give inputs which will not be told in a direct way. But as and when, I mean, as and when it goes, even they provide very good insights, and also even the technical part they say. So if you can, I mean, they ask us, I mean, we had a tech stack in mind where they told, why can't you use this tech stack? I mean, even they provide very much insightful thing. What I can tell them is, suppose if at all anyone is messing up with a tech stack, or if at all there is any feature that is not needed for the solution, if at all they can advise them in the first stage itself, it will be very much easy and insightful them for to craft the solution, mold the solution accordingly till the final stage.
So, any advice for the participants? What should they be doing? What is that works and what is that doesn't?
I mean, to be honest, many participants had reached out to me in LinkedIn as well. Yeah, I told one thing, like whenever, first thing is keep in mind what problem statement you're deciding, what problem is it gonna solve, and what impact does it gonna case. So don't always think about building a solution. First think about the flow, how you gonna start up the solution. Suppose, as I told in my case, you need to have your research strong, then think about the technical aspect. Technical aspect is something which can be implemented through any technical person's help, but covering the grounds of research and keeping your base strong is very much important. And also building a very good team is very much key aspect in order to win any hackathon like Smart India Hackathon. Like one thing I would like to tell is Smart India Hackathon will add a great value to your CV. It might change your life as well. So it's a turning point of anyone's life, winning a Smart India Hackathon. So it's a very much lucky chap in one's life. So yeah.
So those are the final words of advice and a statement coming from the past winner. Winning Smart India Hackathon can change your life. So, heed to all the advice that you're getting through this program and try and ace that hackathon, right? So we'll see you again with some other winner of Smart India Hackathon. Till that time, keep watching. Thank you, Satish. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.